Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to all of you on behalf of Parijay Genus. I'm your host, Seema Sharif, a relationship and emotional intelligence coach, an effective communications trainer, and a content writer by passion. Parijay Genus has brought about this initiative of bringing together progressive minded and conscious people on a common platform to share their views on the eve of the 75th Indian Independence Day and celebrate freedom in its true spirit. So, let me introduce our panel of amazing speakers today. Miss Vasanti Rawat is a certified financial planner from FPSB and the founder of Rawat Investments. Then we head on to Mr. Prakash Nimbalkar, a knowledge partner and a startup mentor at AIC DSU Innovation, a consultant for marketing and branding. Then we can head on to Tarang. Hi, Tarang. Glad to have you with us. This is Mrs. Taran Singla. She's an accountant by profession, a certified nutrition and fitness expert. She also is an exercise science consultant. Do we have Archana on board? All right. So we're yet to await our other guests. And while they step in, let's carry on forward with our discussion. So my question to Ms. Vasanti would be like, what is your take on freedom when it comes to emotional and financial freedom that a person would want to have? Since you're into finance, so do you believe that everybody needs to be financially independent?
Thank you, Seema. Very
You're
valid
welcome.
question. And first of all, hello everyone, and thanks Ekta and Team Parijay for giving me this opportunity. And my best wishes to all of them for their noble and environment-friendly work they are doing. Okay. So I am in support of financially literate India. Okay. So just like literacy plays an important role in any country's growth and development, financial literacy is equally important for every individual's growth and stability. Answering your question, yes, financial independence is very must, everyone should have. But in India, unfortunately, the literacy level is less than 10%. And my personal vision is like to make 5,000 families financially independent by 2025. So I'm just working towards it.
Super. So you do believe that people need to have financial freedom?
Yes, definitely. When it comes to financial literacy, like how many of us like really know how much we spend in a month, say in a week time? So
Right.
we hardly track, right? And also there is no balance between the cash inflow, that is the money we bring in, and the cash outflow, that is the we spend. So there is a huge gap, and that is the reason for most of us not being financially stable. Okay. So this is a serious thing, and we often, if we ignore, then the consequences will be very, very difficult. But the irony is that there is no rewind button when it comes to time, right? So we all forget this. So today, let's look into what financial freedom means to you. So if you are financially free, if you are fulfilling these three parameters. So if you are fulfilling these three parameters, we are financially free. So what are these three parameters that even if we are not following, probably from today we can work on? So number one, you could survive for 3 to 6 months without a salary or income. Okay, we should start with this. And number two, you do not lose sleep over finances. Okay. And finally, your future financial goals are well planned. So just like an engineer or architect, okay, starts with the blueprint before even putting the foundation for a multi-storied building. So we do not do that when it comes to finances. So we also should have a personal financial plan for ourselves and
Right.
then build building, that is savings over it, matching to
Right.
each and every goal, right?
Right.
Okay. And coming to the point, like you do not lose sleep over finances. So this solution is like no very, very simple, that we need to have our financial well placed. Okay. This can be attained by having a proper cash flow management. That is uh, following this simple rule: spend less than you make. Okay.
Right.
So these are the golden words. And trust me, this strategy alone can bring a huge change in your spending behavior. So my suggestion is like you can even write it on a whiteboard and keep it in near your desk in your house, so that you every time you see it, you can like work towards it even if you miss it out. So it looks simple, but it needs a lot of discipline to follow it. Maybe initial times, say a month or two. But to help you, there are various budgeting tools available in the market. So you can choose any budgeting tool. And I personally suggest 50-30-20 rule, because it is very simple to follow even for the beginners. Right? So in a nutshell, if we focus on these three strategies, and I didn't say like how to have a good sleep. So that point also I want to include. So sleeping in peace like a baby, okay, it has become a luxury these days. Non-disturbed sleep, I mean. So often
Right.
what we do, like we need to take pills for sleeping, okay, undisturbed. Uh, and in a research, people say that 80% of adults do not get a peaceful sleep. So which is a big threat to our health, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And one of the common reason is financial worry. Credit card overdue, lifestyle expenses beyond our means. So big cash flow mismatch. So if you follow these magical words, that is spend less than you make, definitely your financial will be in control, and you will move towards financial stability. And last but not the least, you should have an emergency fund, so that whenever we need, we do not seek the help of our family or friends. And managing our tough time of their own, it gives such a pride and confidence.
Sure.
So in a nutshell, if you focus on these strategies, each one of us can very much attain financial freedom. So let's start working towards it. And my wishes to all the beginners, happy financial independence to all. Thank you.
Wow, that is well said. Well, I think I'd like to again go back on the same points that you said, that, financial freedom not just brings about confidence. And I think COVID has taught us a great lesson that you need to have emergency funds. And prior to having an emergency fund is save more than what you make, right?
Right.
Spend less. Yeah, spend less than what you're making. So I think those are basic points that everyone needs to follow, and thereby you can have financial freedom and face any kind of a crisis, be it COVID or anything else in future. Wonderful, wonderful. That was very nice. In between, I'd like to take a break to welcome Miss Monica. Miss Monica is a customer care expert at the Brampton Civic Hospital in Canada. And I'd also like to welcome Archana.
Good
Archana,
evening.
have you joined us?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
I have. Good evening,
right.
everybody.
So Archana Shaktawat is a personality enhancement trainer, a clinical and counseling psychologist. She's the founder of Imprint Training Center and Muthi Sansthan. We're happy to have Monica and Archana join us on this panel as well. My next question is to Mr. Prakash. Freedom is something that we all as adults or as children enjoyed and are enjoying. So what is freedom with your perspective as a human and as a professional, as a mentor?
Okay, for me, being a mentor and being somebody who's involved with entrepreneurs and startup founders. For me, freedom is that how much each of us entrepreneurs or founders we can contribute to the overall development of the economy and taking our country to the next level. As we are
Right.
all in the at the cusp of 75th celebration of our country, and another 25 years, I don't know where I'll be around, whether I'll be around or no. We will
Yes.
be reaching the 100 years. But the two initiatives which India has pushed forward under the guidance of our present Prime Minister, one is the 5 trillion economy by 2024 and Make in India. These two initiatives, should be taken, should be seen seriously by every entrepreneur, each one of us, individually, trying to see what best we can do. So I urge all entrepreneurs to go for it, because there are so many things which are favorable to India today. Although across the globe, every country has been affected with the pandemic that we are doing. India also got affected. We just came out of the second wave, but then that has not deterred not only India, but a lot of other countries. You look at it yesterday, which our Sensex touched 55,000, which is remarkable. Within the pandemic, we have crossed something great achievement. 7,500 as points have been added by that. Our manufacturing capacity has increased. We are continuing to launch products, vehicles, and two-wheelers, four-wheelers. Everything is on time. Agriculture procurement is high at the high. Some of the states like Punjab and UP and other states have took a lot of record agriculture produced by paying record price. And the FDI has been increasing. We have got funding coming in, and we have companies like Tesla sitting at the door, asking us to make some changes, and then only we'll come, and we are taking our own time to negotiate with them and tell them that you do this, and then we open the door. Otherwise, so that's a kind of thing. So manufacturing is bouncing back, and our foreign exchange reserves are at very, very high. We are at the peak, we're close to reaching 600 billion. Where was this? When have we heard this kind of thing? There were days at the early 90s when we were having just 4-5 days of foreign exchange left with us to manage, and we had to pledge our gold, and to the state that we are in today, this amazing turnaround. And remember, a lot has been done in the last 2 years as we are in the middle of the pandemics. That has not deterred.
Yes.
Product manufacturers are high. Job creation has been done. Suddenly you see, and I was just the other day talking to one of my close friend who is into IT recruitment, and she said that there are each of the big time companies are looking at recruiting IT professionals in a big way, and a lot of IT professionals are sitting with more than one offer letter in their hand, and they are in a position to say that I'm taking this, I'm not taking that. That's the situation we have come in. So there is a job creation happening. Of course, there have been a lot of job losses in tourism and the other such industry, which got pretty badly hit. But then there is a light at the end of that. The startup world has been very great. We are talking about the third largest startup ecosystem. India is boosting up. Bangalore, Delhi. We are going ahead. All fire engines fired, going and supporting the startups. And the growth rate in startup is 12 to 15% year on year. And we just saw last month the oversubscription of Zomato, and Nazara. Those two startups have been lapped up by the people, by the retail individual shareholder investors like you and me. And after the encouragement and positive response of those, we also had now line of IPOs coming in. Paytm is looking at that. Nykaa is also looking at that. So those are also lined up to come up, because they all see positive sentiments, and people are also ready, and they have shown their faith in these startups, which although Zomato has been running losses, but then people are confident that there is a future that holds for them. There is a future that Zomato is working on. That's there. Startup has generated close to 2 lakh of employment. We have 50,000 startup which are launched. And we have this first 6 months of 2021, Indian startup have raised close to 10 billion from various VCs and angel fund. Okay, so that's a kind of thing that we are looking at. But the last thing I want to say, somewhere in 70s, there was a time Indira Gandhi had to go to US with a begging bowl of money. They said we need some money to run our economy. Cut that, and we come to 2019. I don't know how many of you know something I recently came to know, and I'm very, very proud to hear this from another somebody senior. He said, cut that 1970 days of Indira Gandhi being humiliated when she went and asked for some loan to run the country. And in 2019, India gave a loan of $1 billion. Can you guess the country? Whom will lend that money?
The US?
Russia.
Russia, okay.
Now, a country like Russia, India could lend $1 billion is something that I take. Our friendship goes long way. But then, bigger economy, a stronger economy, and India going ahead and giving that loan to that, it's a proud moment for all of us. That means we are in a situation, we are in a state where nobody can ignore us. And that's what freedom means, that we should enter our 100th year, 25 years from now on, which much more things to offer to the globe, much more things to offer to our own people, the prosperity of our own individual resident who was there, citizen who are here, the country should be able to make a difference in not only its own citizens' life, and also to the countries which are aligned with us, and then we will be able to support us. And that's what freedom means to me. Thank you.
So nice. That was wonderfully put, where freedom, according to you, is being economically independent as a nation on the global platform, at least 25 years from now. So we have 25 years of hard work to put in, or rather you could say smart work to put in with mentors like you. So could I say that? Right. So Miss Monica, I would like to invite you to recite one of your poems. Let me tell my audience, Miss Monica is also a wonderful writer. She's a wonderful poetess. So I would like to invite her to share one of her poems with us. You're muted. Monica, you're muted.
Hi.
Hi there.
How are you all?
You're all fine, and welcome to our show.
Thank you so much. I feel so proud. After 5 or 6 years, I got invitation to celebrate our Independence Day. Right now I am in Canada, so I don't have words to express my feelings.
Awesome.
I'm so happy India is
It's evident on your face, Monica. It's evident on your face. The joy and happiness. Yes.
Yeah. I feel like I'm in India.
Wow.
And so here I don't know, I don't have any data. I was listening to all the speakers, so I am very close to nature. You can see I'm sitting outside in my garden right now. I'm at work, but in my garden I'm sitting, and I was just admiring. I'm so thankful to the mother nature, which it because it nurtured us. So now I think, according to me, the freedom is like from our negative thoughts. We are not giving back to our nature. We are destroying our nature. We are destroying the homes of all these birds who can't speak. The birds, the animals, the butterflies, these trees, they cannot speak. So today I am advocating all these. So I just wrote down a few lines in the morning. I just want to share with you guys.
Please, honors.
So, एक पेड़ कह रहा है, लहलहा रहा था, झूम रहा था खुशी से, लहलहा रहा था, झूम रहा था खुशी से, एक दिन एक इंसान आया, क्यों ना यहाँ एक अपना घर बनाऊं, ऐसा ख्याल उसके मन में आया। उसकी सोच को जानकर, पेड़ कहता है, उसकी सोच को जानकर मेरा मन बहुत घबराया, मुझे काट गिराने का उसने ये जो प्लान बनाया। फिर मुझे प्रकृति का अंत समय नजर आया, मैं पेड़ उसके सामने बहुत गिड़गिड़ाया, पर उसने आखिर मुझे काट ही गिराया। I think we all of us, we need freedom from our negative thoughts for not giving back. Then फिर कुछ और लिखा है मैंने, क्यों ना सहेज कर रख लें इस प्रकृति को, क्यों ना सहेज कर रख लें इस प्रकृति को, आने वाले कल के लिए, हमारे अपने बच्चों के लिए। ये कटते वृक्ष, ये सूखी नदियां, ये सिमटते पर्वत एक रोज खत्म हो जाएंगे। आज हम कुछ कर सकते हैं, इस रोती हुई प्रकृति के आंसू पोंछ सकते हैं। We still have time. We can save it. नहीं तो we all know what would be our future. आंसू फिर से होंगे, आंसू फिर से होंगे, प्रकृति की आंखों में नहीं, हमारी आंखों में, जिसे चाहकर भी हम पहुंच ना पाएंगे। हम पुकारेंगे इस प्रकृति को अपनी मदद के लिए, पर उस वक्त क्या होगा, ये प्रकृति शुष्क हो जाएगी, हमारी चीख पुकार को वो फिर ना सुन पाएगी। So I request all Indians, all citizens, please come forward, save our mother nature, save our planet. Thank you.
That was so moving, so touching. And I think before you could even mention ki, you know, आंसू आएंगे, मेरे आंखों में आंसू आ गए. It was a very touching poem.
Thank you so much.
A reality of today's world.
This is the reality. Yeah. The
Ji.
COVID is the reality. We can see it. We are going through it.
Ji.
Still we are going through it. But you know,
We're
have to
going
accept
through
it.
landslides, we're going through floods, but still I
Yeah.
don't think mankind has learned its lesson.
No, now it's the
Yeah.
time to learn, to wake up. It's a wake up call. COVID is a wake up call. We have
Right.
to.
Right. And I think with people like Ekta around us, you know, जिसने हम सबको भी फिर से सोते हुए हम लोगों को
Ekta
जगाया है.
motivated me like anything. Ekta is like, thank you, Ekta. It's my first time I am here. I never, because I am so nervous when it comes to public speaking or something to join live. No, I don't come up. But this time Ekta said, no, Monica, you have to. I said, okay, I can't say no to her.
Right. So
Thank
we are
you.
so
Thank you.
glad that you said yes to her.
Thank
And
you.
that,
It was
you're
nice
here with
to
us
see
on
you all.
this forum with us. We are so glad.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
sorry, Monica,
Thank
I'm sharing your secret. You know, I think it's about 3-4 months back, Monica said, Ekta, I write the poems, but after writing, I tear the paper.
Oh,
And you know, Mirka,
that's
Monica,
total
no.
injustice.
Yes, it's complete injustice to your talent. So I said, no,
I
from
can show
now
you this.
onwards,
I
you
wrote
won't
in
do
the
it.
morning. This I wrote in my
You
in
can't
my
do
car.
this. Yeah.
Now it will go in
Now I
shredder.
declared it. No.
Good.
Now it's my property. You cannot do this to my property, right?
Start patenting.
Yes. She has to collect it.
Sure.
And for me, she has to do it.
Yeah, sure.
So I
I'll
think we
try
all can
to.
motivate her for...
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So thank you so much, Monica, for this. Even I
My
also have
pleasure.
tears
My
in my
pleasure.
eyes.
Thank you so much, Monica, for
Okay.
taking time out and reciting such a
Thank you.
wonderful, heart-touching poem for us.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thanks. Okay.
Taran, my next speaker on the forum.
Yeah, hello. A very good evening to all my panel friends, and a
Lovely.
very happy Independence Day to all of us. And I think we should celebrate our independence in a way. I know before Seema ma'am could have asked me the question that feel free,
Absolutely, yes.
Live the life to its fullest. It's just not a thing कि हम सिर्फ बोलने में कहेंगे. वसंती मैम ने बड़ा ब्यूटीफुल एक बात बोली जो I noted it down that regarding finances कि we do have sleepless nights. Yes, I did dealt with it, and few points I picked up from Prakash sir's talk. So it all led to my field ultimately, one way or the other. So I would, as Seema ma'am has given a formal introduction, I'm a fitness expert and a nutrition consultant now. But before that, by profession, I was an accountant and I was dealing with my husband's business accounts. So as Ekta ma'am knew me quite very long, we are like long been associated, so she knows the whole background. So and a very avid and a big nature lover. My house is actually filled with all the plants and flowers and things. So before I went ahead with any of the answers to Seema ma'am's question, मुझे लगता है कि इंडिपेंडेंट या इंडिपेंडेंस जो हम कहते हैं, it is just not one aspect. It has it has multi-dimensional, it covers multi-dimension. Mentally free, physically free, and then you're actually emotionally balanced also. जब आपका एक भी डायमेंशन बिगड़ गया जिंदगी में, तो it reflects on your physical health.
Absolutely.
तो उसमें क्या है कि जब वो सब गड़बड़ हो जाता है with the daily stresses coming from any of the area, चाहे वो फाइनेंस है, चाहे वो घर का स्ट्रेस है, चाहे टीनेज किड्स का स्ट्रेस है, चाहे हमारी अपनी ही कोई इमोशनल अपहिवल्स है जिनसे हम गो थ्रू हो रहे हैं, that starts reflecting on our health. Either we start eating more or we start eating less. And as the थोड़ा सा हमारा गड़बड़ होता है mentally, physical reflections, hormonal imbalances, sleepless nights, and additional they start calling up their brothers and sisters in the form of high BP or either low BP, panic attacks, cholesterol, diabetic, and many more additions. So इस चीज को लेके मैं ये कहती हूँ कि why not to modify our lifestyles? चाहे वो कहीं से भी आपको शांति मिल रही है, कहीं से आपको सुख मिल रहा है, आप उसको पहले मेंटली लेके जाइए. स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन योर लाइफस्टाइल. जैसे जैसे आपका वो सेटल डाउन होता जाएगा, सी आपका मेंटल एस्पेक्ट इज कंप्लीटली अटैच्ड टू द फिजिकल एस्पेक्ट. स्ट्रेस है तो आपका फिजिकली सब रिफ्लेक्शन होएगा. जैसे ही आपने वो सब मैनेज करना शुरू कर दिया, थिंग्स स्टार्ट बैकिंग fall backing at their own respective places, and you're back in your frame. I myself had been a patient of high BP. I mean, ये certified fitness consultant होने से पहले I was on medicine of super hypertension. उसके बाद से third drug शुरू होने वाला था, cholesterol and plus so many diseases. I started having panic attacks also. Depression was on the verge, but then I ventured into this thing कि नहीं, अपने आप को और ज्यादा तकलीफ नहीं देनी है. I need to see a bright future, a bright Taran, more lively, more healthy. So I ventured into this fitness field. And जहां तक सबसे पहले अपना ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन किया, अपनी फैमिली का किया, then I jumped onto the commercial side. Now I have so many people in front of me, those who are free from their diseases, whether it be a hormonal issue, whether it is stress, BP, they are all living a healthy lifestyle. So I would say my take on freedom is freedom from sickness, freedom from diseases, staying away from the medicines with the help of fitness and, complete well-being of a persona. That's it.
So I would like to add on to what Taran said. I mean, I totally resonate with your journey and what all you thought about yourself and how you needed to change your mindset. So Taran had a tough life around her weight, and also as an in-house accountant to be financially free, and also freedom from, being an in-house accountant as in, being a family member who's handling the accounts, right? So she found her freedom to come out of that position where she's answerable without actually being professionally employed by her own spouse. And also, she took on the freedom to live life, breaking the shackles of the conservative mindset around the Indian psyche that we have. So I think, Taram, you deserve a big round of applause for taking that action to
Thank you.
freedom.
Thank you. Thank you, Ji.
That was so wonderful.
Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice. Archana.
Yes, Seema.
Yes. So our very own wellness trainer, somebody, a personality enhancer from both in and out. What's your take on freedom? Like, does freedom have to emerge from inside, or freedom is something to do with just the exterior self?
Right, absolutely. Thank you, Seema. It's always a pleasure to get questions coming in from you. You really make it so simple, but I don't know if my answer will be that
I'm
simple.
honored.
Yeah, so I think सबसे पहले तो आज I really want to talk a little in Hindi. तो सभी को 75 स्वतंत्रता दिवस की शुभकामनाएं. 75 years is it's a very, very long time. I think we are a proud nation, and I agree with Prakash ji, what we were and what we are today in terms of 360-degree development has taken place. Coming to the question of freedom, I associate freedom with two aspects. One is obviously related to my field, which is psychology, and the other aspect which I have been working on has to do with gender discrimination. So to first talk about the psychological perspective of what freedom is, I think freedom is a choice that you have to become a better you. So it means that you're able to think, act, and feel without any restrictions, without any limitation. And when I say, the way you think, feel, and behave, this is all internal. I haven't said the way you talk, walk, and act, but it is how you think, feel, and behave. And just to ask a question to all of you, I'm sure आप सभी ने लॉकडाउन में बर्तन धोए हैं. जिन लोगों ने बर्तन धोए, प्लीज हाथ उठाइए. राइट, हम सब ने बर्तन धोए. सो एक सवाल ये है कि जब भी हम बर्तन धोते हैं, वी ऑलवेज क्लीन इट फ्रॉम विद इन. And that's what we need to do with ourselves, that if we want change, if we want freedom in our thoughts, if we want growth in our thoughts, then it all has to begin from within. Talking from a very psychological perspective, and just to let the audience also know that even psychology focuses a lot on freedom when it comes to your self-talk, the way you talk to yourself. The freedom, I want, freedom sometimes doesn't sound that impactful, so I want to use the word azadi, because हमें 75 years पहले आजादी मिली थी. So वो आजादी कि लोग क्या कहेंगे उसके बारे में आप सोचते नहीं हो. That is true आजादी. वो आजादी कि आप अपने बारे में अपनी सोच बेहतर कर पाए, उसकी आजादी. और ये आजादी कि हम अपने आप में इतना आत्मविश्वास रखें कि जो हम कर रहे हैं, भले शायद दुनिया, I mean the world may not agree with you, but you believe in that. So that is true azadi. And that is something that I've always focused on, that you enhance your inner personality and that will reflect on your outer personality. Begins with the way you talk to yourself. Second is, it also depends on how do you talk to others. It's, one of the mistakes that we make, we associate freedom, liberty as a privilege, and we always misuse that privilege. A privilege is something that has to be used in the right fashion. So would want to give my own example. I consider myself a thoroughly blessed and a privileged girl, that I was born in a very progressive family wherein gender discrimination was something I had never experienced. But that's not something I need to be proud about and keep it to myself. It is something that I pass it on to others, that if I am privileged, why can't any other girl be as privileged as me? And I come from a state like Rajasthan, wherein even today, unfortunately, because I have worked in rural sectors through my NGO, the girl is almost like a mother to her younger brother. शी इज द वन जो उसको उठाती है, उसका ख्याल रखती है। आज भी राजस्थान में बच्चियों को दूध नहीं देते मगर बेटे को दूध दिया जाता है। एंड इवन इन मॉडर्न फैमिलीज, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट विलेजेस, लेट्स कम टू अ सिटी लाइक उदयपुर, wherein girls who can have a bright future are sent to government schools, but the son, I'm not saying he's not capable, but the son is sent into a private school for better education. Parents take loans on their land, you know, they mortgage the land so that the son can go outside, study abroad, whereas the daughter stays back. Now, you know, sometimes I feel we still haven't reached that phase wherein we are free of all these thoughts. Even today, I'm sure you've all seen it, we've all heard it, but sometimes we all give it, you know, like, we don't really pay attention. We still have dowry that takes place. We still have female feticide that takes place. We still have rape cases, acid attacks. They're still there. It's not that it has gone. So I really feel that maybe after 75 years of independence and maybe 25 years later, when we reach 100 years, I want to see that freedom wherein there is equality in that basic aspect, that is gender. That a man, whatever that a man can do, even a woman can do. I'm not saying we are better than the men or the men are better than us. We are equal. So what is not right for a man is not right for us either. So I feel that, you know, I think India will be truly free when it gives equal importance to half the population. We are 49% of the population, and I think we need freedom to take our own decisions. We need freedom to live the life that we want to. We need freedom to decide our life partner. You know, even in states like Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, you still have honor killing. I'm sorry, I'm making it sound very regressive, but it is a reality which we need to accept, because only when you accept it does change take place. And the reason why I'm pointing this out is because I'm not expecting our prime minister to make a change. The change of freedom begins from your own house. This is where I think this is where I want to relate it to inner. It begins with you. It doesn't have to be a law that comes out that forces you to give women equal importance. Let's be free enough in our thoughts. Let's be broad-minded in our thoughts and give women that equal importance that they deserve. And I think there are more women in this panel today. Anmol and Prakashji are the two exceptions here, but today, you know, women, when they are given opportunities, I think we all excel in it. And that's to me is freedom in our the way we feel, think and behave, and also when it comes to gender discrimination. So I truly look forward to 25 years. I know I will be old enough, I'll have more grace, but I'll make sure I'm still graceful and I am talking like this in front of Ekta and Seema, and we'll all be together. So yeah, looking forward to those 25 years. A century later, we will be a free nation.
As always, the awesome Archana at her best, you know, and you don't have to be sorry or, you know, apologetic for being regressive. It's not regressive. I think you have all the freedom to speak your mind. So please exercise that. Okay, we have Mr. Amol Sood joining us on the panel. Let me give you a quick introduction about Mr. Amol Sood is an athletic training professional who is into sports and fitness management. He's a former member of the Indian roller hockey team and a founder of team Wind Chasers. Welcome, Amol. Welcome aboard. Could we have the spotlight on Amol, please? Amol, am I audible? Can you hear me? I guess.
Seema, you just go ahead with the session.
Yes,
let me
yes,
check
yes.
his
Right.
connection. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Absolutely
and let me check.
fine. So, right. So far we've gone ahead with our discussions on financial freedom, on entrepreneurship, as well as on, you know, the freedom where one can exercise their own choice as per Archana. Freedom from, you know, ill health, freedom from mental sickness, freedom from depression, as Taran said. Yes, Amol, can you hear me? Do play in a high when you can hear me, and we'll have you on board. So, anyone wants to have a different take on what is freedom, apart from whatever personal and professional angle that you follow? I think we need to admit him inside. Yes. Hi, Amol.
Hi, Miss Seema.
Yes. Good evening, and we're
Very good evening.
happy to have you with us.
I am glad to be here.
Right. I gave them a quick introduction about you.
Right.
Right. So, Amol, would you like to share as a sports person?
Just,
Right.
please don't mind me interrupting you. I'll just share
Yes.
with you that.
Yeah, please go ahead. Tell us, Amol. Carry on.
I think there's a lot of problem with the connection. Can I? I'll just try to rejoin, or maybe I'm. Please tell me if I'm audible.
Yes, you are perfectly audible. Am I audible to you? Have we lost him? Okay, no issues. We can continue once he's back. I'd like to invite from the audience. Okay. Amol, am I audible to you? You're muted, Amol.
Bye.
Yes. Am I audible
Am I
now?
audible?
Yeah, you're
Yes,
very
yes,
much
I think.
audible. Yes,
Yeah,
you're very
I
much
think-
audible.
So just to tell you, I was in a session actually. So maybe because
Right.
of that, there's a little bit of. I'll just show you the entire
Right.
video of the track, as well as
Right.
the children who are are there with me for the practice.
Right. Absolutely.
So just as an example, this is a एक नई आज़ादी. I mean,
जी.
we are actually free to do whatever we like as per our understandings. We are free to support whatever we look forward to. We are free to do and follow whatever we want to. So
Yes.
so introducing, I mean, just rectifying this ek nahi azadi. I mean, the way I am, I was in my session and then trying to listen to this webinar, which has been amazing till now. So I would really
Thank you so
exemplify
much.
yeah. So would really exemplifies the concept ek nahi azadi.
So would you like to add on to what is freedom exactly according to what you think? आपके सोच में आजादी क्या है? Like, as an individual, आप sports की field में हो. So if there's something that you would like to share on, on that perspective as well. एक खिलाड़ी के perspective से आजादी आपके लिए क्या होती है?
जी बिल्कुल. I mean, it has been 12 more than 12 years that I've been a part of the roller sports contingent. I've been into Indian roller sports team as well as Chandigarh roller hockey and speed team. So I mean, and now I am following my passion of still being into the sport and the sports industry, and trying to cater to the children who love roller sports and who are passionate, trying to guide the parents. So I mean, the freedom to so I feel this freedom. I feel कि जैसे when I started, I was into roller sport. So I am able to continue this professionally. This is, Abhi, if you talk about a few years back, maybe a coach is not being a coach is not a recommended or advised profession. But nowadays, we are free to follow whatever we want to. And I mean, when you want to get into it, you find the entire universe, or the entire things around you. They help to support you to get into it and to rise above. So this I feel is freedom to the new generation, to the youth like us.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah. So I believe this is the concept. I mean, the way you want to work, the way you want, the passion you want to follow. So this is Ek Nahi Azadi, I believe. And how I mean, if you find everything positive, if you talk about technology, the way we have connected, I am right now I'm in the stadium, and we have a webinar.
Right.
We are connected. So this is all freedom. I mean, we are able to use the entire environment, take the support of entire environment, as well as what all things are available to us very freely, and do whatever we like to.
I think
And-
that was a wonderful point that you got with regarding to the technology as well. One, that following your passion is freedom to you. आजादी वो है कि आप अपनी दिल की सुने और अपनी दिल की करें जो आपको सही लगता है. And also about the freedom to reach out to people from anywhere and get connected. That again is yes, a freedom from being bounded by boundaries or limited by the distances. I think now everybody's got a freedom to reach out through the technology. So that's a wonderful point.
Right.
Something, thank you so much, Amol, for that points of yours. They're so valuable. I think it's a new perspective that we've got about the technology.
I really had one thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So I really had one thing in my mind, actually, considering, obviously in any kind of field, in any kind of field, in any kind of profession, in any kind of sport, in any kind of industry, there are certain, I would like to mention, there are certain people who actually follow a negative direction to reach a certain goal, or maybe they have a goal which would hurt anybody, or be negative for anybody. So I would like to communicate I mean, as a sports person, as a coach, as a person in the sports profession, where we have to be positive at each and every moment.
Sure.
So, I mean, I would like to share this thing for every individual. I mean, whether new gen or any or in any profession, that you have to be positive at each and every moment. Hurdles are there. There will be problems. There will be there will be things which will be pulling you back. I would call them things. But if you're positive, if your direction is right, then you're going to go long term. And I really believe then you are, you have that freedom to reach that goal. So, right. So, I mean, hurdles are there, should be there. And, but you should be, strong enough to always and pass them on. And, and in the end, you're going to win always. So this is my message. I mean, one thing I had in my mind in relative to freedom, that there's freedom, you want to follow whatever you want to do, but there will be hurdles and you don't have to get motivated.
Right. Awesome, Amol. Coming from youth like you is really, something to applaud about. I think even he deserves a round of applause. Because as we go on in our journey, we all, tend to wear that invisible cap that, we know everything, we know all. People who have crossed a certain age is what I'm talking about. So coming from you, it's really, again, an eye-opening session. And I think, Amol, you need to know that most of the people on this panel right now are people who have crossed hurdles in their lives, whatever kind, and have emerged successful because they have not got demotivated, as you said. So I think keeping on the positivity and facing the hurdles as they come as a part of the process is something that leads us to the freedom that we
Yes.
want in our lives, right?
Very
So,
well. Very rightly said.
absolutely. So I have my audience, my valuable audience out here, Nikita, Polumi, any one of you would like to give your take on what is freedom before I go on to give mine? Nikita, are you there? Follow me?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I can
Right.
share.
Yes, please do.
Thank you so much. Freedom, for me, freedom is the power of decision making. If nothing is stopping you or restricting you from taking your own decisions, that is freedom. And while growing up, I faced a lot of challenges regarding decision making. And I'm extremely blessed that my family has always supported my decisions. But that was the time where I realized, how society works and what are the kind of expectations. And till today, I'm fighting with those expectations. And I'm every time I become a rebel, I just cross the line, and I love to challenge myself and breaking out, going out of my comfort zone. That gives me the sense of freedom, that yes, I'm free to break my own boundaries, I'm free to set my own boundaries. So that willpower is freedom to me. That decision making power is my freedom. My mental endurance is my freedom. My knowledge is my freedom. My intentions are my freedom. So this is what I want to share. And I'm thankful that I'm born in a country and I grew up. I was born in a village where there was no electricity. Then I moved to a small town, from there in a cosmopolitan city. So this journey actually helped me to nurture my strengths, identify that who am I as a person. And this entire journey, I feel that, this is freedom. This is all, freedom is all about this for me. Thank you so much.
Wonderful, wonderful, Polumi. I'd like to invite Arsh also to give in her take on what freedom means to her. Arsh, आप हिंदी में भी बोल सकते हो. आपके लिए आजादी क्या है? Arsh, are you with us?
Yes.
हाँ जी.
So, freedom, what it means to me is.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Amol, you're audible.
Yeah. I think I had a misconnection just
All
before.
Right. Stay tuned, Amol. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Arsh, I think you need to be a little louder, Arsh. We're not able to hear you.
Yeah, so freedom to me is the ability to be yourself, choose to form. So it's being able to make your own choices, agency of where and what you like. And I know I've been privileged enough to have my own freedoms in life, and that's not normal for many all over the world. So I think freedom means to be able to learn from my mistakes. If I didn't have freedom, I would have to do what the authorities always do. Right? So, expressing yourself is not wrong. That is the human right of every individual. So, I think, but I think tactics and steps, that's a natural ability and to make mistakes. So, I think.
Could you have your mic a little more closer to you? Okay, that's understandable. That's okay, Ash. I guess we heard most part of what you said, where you have the freedom to make mistakes, you have the freedom to take your own decisions and to make your own choices. Right. Nikita, are you with us? Okay, I guess, right. So my take on freedom would be pertaining to emotional freedom. where you have the right or the freedom to express yourself. If you want to say no, you should be able to say no without thinking that, what the other person is going to think of you or their perception of you, or not to be a people's pleaser. This is something that I found very difficult all through my life, and not to say no. So I want to be free of saying no without hurting the other person. So, as well as when it comes to emotional freedom, I think it's not just about expressing who you are, what are your desires, what are your choices, what is it that you want to do, how free you want to fly, and what is your purpose in life, where you want to have your destination reached, what path you want to choose to reach your destination. All this on an individual basis without actually harming, hurting, or disturbing anyone else. So for me, freedom is that, being emotionally free of any kind of a guilt or any kind of a burden or a baggage that, where you're leading your own life without actually having added on to somebody else, hurting them, or having some kind of an unwanted guilt is something that most of us face. Mainly being because of the Indian psyche and also the patriarchy that we follow. So for me, emotional freedom is being a woman and living as a human being. So putting both together, that is what is emotional freedom to me, as living both, being a woman and also addressing myself as being human, and not any less than, being a man or something. With due respect to all the men, it's just about, considering that no lesser human being than a man. So a general concept. So with all due respect to all the men in the forum and also out of the forum. So that is my take on emotional freedom. I want to invite Ekta also onto this. What is your take on freedom? And once Ekta is done, I would like to ask Prakash sir to share the video with us so we can be high-spirited, with the eve of Independence Day. Yes, Ekta, over to you.
थैंक यू सीमा. फ्रीडम का मतलब अपनी भाषा में बोलने की आजादी. ये नहीं सोचना
जी जी जी.
सबसे पहले तो ये जो हमारा माइंडसेट है ना कि भाई इंग्लिश में बोलेंगे तभी एक इम्प्रेशन आएगा, है ना. तो सबसे पहले तो चाहे वो हमारी रीजनल लैंग्वेज है, चाहे हिंदी है, कोई भी भाषा है, उस भाषा के में बोलने की आजादी, बिना ये सोचे कि हमारा क्या इम्प्रेशन जाएगा. ठीक है. हमारी जो विरासत है, हमारी जो ट्रेडिशंस हैं, उनको फॉलो करने की आजादी, है ना. सो क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि आज की डेट में हम लोग इन सब चीजों में बहुत फंसे हुए हैं, है ना. कि क्या मैनर्स होने चाहिए, टेबल मैनर्स क्या होना चाहिए, ठीक है, हमारी ड्रेसिंग सेंस क्या होनी चाहिए, कहाँ पे क्या जाना है. वी आर प्रिटेंडिंग, वी आर वेयरिंग अ मास्क. सो अगर हम उस मास्क से बाहर निकलकर वो हो सकते हैं कि जो हम हैं, हमारा नेचुरल, एक बच्चा आता है तो उसको कुछ नहीं पता होता, वो कैसे रहता है, वो नेचुरल. अगर हम अपनी स्पिरिचुअलिज्म में जाते हैं, ठीक है, तो वो क्या कहते हैं कि बैक टू चाइल्डहुड. और मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि हमारा जो चाइल्डहुड होता है वो सबसे अच्छी मेमोरीज होती हैं, वो सबसे अच्छा लाइफ पीरियड होता है. और हम जैसे जैसे बड़े होते हैं, हमेशा हम यही सोचते हैं कि काश हम अपने बचपन में वापस चले जाएं. तो वो ऐसा क्यों है, क्यों हम अपने बचपन में वापस जाना चाहते हैं? उसका कारण यही है क्योंकि बचपन में कोई बनावट नहीं है. हम वो होते हैं जो हमें कुदरत ने, नेचर ने बनाकर भेजा है. और अगर हम वैसे ही बच्चे बने रह सकते हैं, ठीक है, अपनी जो नेचुरल नेचर है उसमें रह सकते हैं, तो वो है आजादी.
जी.
ठीक है. वो एक बच्चा जो है ना, वो कभी किसी से नाराज नहीं होता. उसके अंदर कभी भी ये नहीं आता कि भाई उसने ऐसा किया है तो मैं ऐसा करूं. वो बच्चे लड़ते हैं और फिर इकट्ठा हो जाते हैं. लेकिन हम जैसे जैसे बड़े होते हैं तो हमारे अंदर क्या रहता है कि नहीं भाई उसने मुझे ऐसा कहा. तो मुझे यही एक आजादी का मतलब है कि हम लड़े झगड़े कुछ भी करें लेकिन फिर से इकट्ठे हो जाएं. ठीक है ना. अगर हम अपनी फीलिंग्स शेयर नहीं कर सकते तो वो आजादी नहीं है। हम सिर्फ इसलिए चुप रहे कि भाई सामने वाला क्या सोचेगा। ठीक है, बच्चे नहीं, बच्चे सोचते हैं बोलते हुए? कभी नहीं। ठीक है ना, वो अपना दिल से बोलते हैं, जो चाहिए वो दिल से बोलेंगे। ठीक है, जो करना है वो दिल से बोलेंगे, जो नहीं करना है वो भी दिल से बोलेंगे। ठीक है, लेकिन ये तो हम लोग धीरे धीरे प्रेशराइज करते हैं, नहीं आपको ऐसे होना चाहिए, ऐसे उठना है, ऐसे बैठना है, ऐसे खाना है, ये पढ़ना है, ये बनना है।
जी।
तो क्या रहता है कि जो ये आजादी है, आजादी क्या है? आजादी ये नहीं कि हम लोग अपनी खुशी के लिए किसी की खुशियों को दांव पे लगाएं। इट्स नॉट मी फर्स्ट, सो व्हाट वी कैन गिव, अगर हम देने की भावना रखेंगे तो वो शायद सही मायने में आजादी रहेगी।
सही बात है।
तो हमें सबसे पहले ये सोचना होगा कि हम कैसा चाहते हैं। ठीक है, अगर जैसा वही हम करें, अगर हम इस सोच के साथ आगे बढ़ेंगे तो मुझे लगता है कि शायद हम सही आजादी की तरफ जा पाएंगे। सो दिस इज माई टेक कि जैसा मैं चाहती हूँ कि मेरे साथ बिहेव हो, वैसा ही मैं कर पाऊं। ठीक है, आई नो दैट, मुझे लगता है कि एक इंसान बनना जो है वो सबसे मुश्किल काम है। तो अगर हम ये कर पाएंगे तो हम सही मायने में आजादी जी पाएंगे।
खुद के अंदर के जो शैतान है उससे हम लोग आजादी पा जाएंगे।
जी, इंसान और हैवान ये दोनों चीजें एक ही सिक्के के पहलू हैं। ठीक है, तो हमें जानना है, हमें पहचानना है कि हम, हमारी इंसानियत क्या है और हैवानियत क्या है। अगर हम उसमें डिफरेंशिएट करके, ठीक है, अपनी सोसाइटी के लिए, खुद के लिए, सबसे पहले खुद के लिए हमें जस्टिस करना होगा। ठीक है, वी शुड लव आवरसेल्फ। अगर हम खुद से प्यार करते हैं, हमारे अंदर प्यार है तो हम प्यार दे सकते हैं, अगर नहीं है तो हम नहीं दे सकते। तो पहले खुद के अंदर प्यार जगाएं एंड लव द नेचर, स्टे विद द नेचर। दिस इज द ओनली थिंग दैट आई कैन से। अगर हम अपनी नेचर के साथ जुड़े हैं तो हम अपने स्ट्रेस से और उसकी अपनी जो फीलिंग्स हैं उसके साथ जुड़े रहेंगे।
बिल्कुल,
इमोशनल होना वीकनेस नहीं है। ठीक है ना, जिस दिन एक हमारी सोसाइटी में क्या रहता है कि अरे भाई लड़कियों की तरह आंसू मत बहा, क्यों नहीं, आंसू तो इमोशनल जिंदा होने की निशानी है। जिस दिन हर किसी को ये आजादी होगी कि वो कहीं पर भी आंसू बहा सकते हैं, तो वो मेरे लिए आजादी रहेगी।
बिल्कुल, फ्रीडम टू वेंट आउट योर इमोशंस।
यस, वेक अप टू योर इमोशंस, नो नीड टू हाइड।
बिल्कुल,
है ना। सो यही है। तो
I think Vasanti has a point to make. Yes.
एक तो I'm totally agree with your point कि हमें अपने एक्सप्रेशन को मतलब बताने के लिए भी आज़ादी चाहिए। जैसे कि अभी मेल है, पुरुष हैं, तो वो गाली गलौज करके अपना जो फ्रस्ट्रेशन है निकाल देते हैं। औरतें क्या करती है, आंसू बहाती है, तो उसको वीकनेस समझा जाता है, बट दैट इज देयर वे ऑफ लाइक एक्सप्रेसिंग देयर थॉट्स। So I think that shouldn't be considered as weakness, and it should be like considered as a way of expressing their thoughts.
Exactly.
जियो और जीने दो, मैं ये पॉइंट ऐड करना चाहूंगी। मतलब सीधी सच्ची जिंदगी जियो और दूसरों की जिंदगी में दखल मत दो।
बिल्कुल।
So अगर सब इसको फॉलो करेंगे तो कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं रहेगी, सबकी आजादी परफेक्ट।
वेरी नाइस। आई थिंक जियो और जीने दो ये बरसों से बोलते आ रहे हैं, लेकिन इंसान है कि मानता ही नहीं है ना। प्रकाश जी, आप कुछ प्रकाश डालना चाहेंगे?
नहीं, आई एग्री विद एकता जी, जो उन्होंने बोला, आई एग्री। कुछ साल पहले ऐसे हुआ था जब रॉजर फेडरर टेनिस मैच खेल रहे थे, वो हार गए थे, और वही टेनिस कोर्ट में फाइनल में जब वो हारे, वो रोने लग गए थे। तो उसके बाद मीडिया में काफी आया कि यार ये हार गया, रोया एंड ऑल दैट। सो देन उन्होंने एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस किया 1 हफ्ते के बाद उनके वाइफ और बच्चों के साथ। उन्होंने बोला मेरे को लगा रोना है तो मैं रोया। लॉट ऑफ पीपल सेड यार मैन है, हाउ कैन यू क्राई। ही सेड नहीं, मेरे अंदर इमोशन था, मैं रोया, जिसको जो बोलना है बोलो। सो he was proud about that, he never felt
exactly
bad about it. So एकता जी, that's very very correct that आपने जो बोला कि और वसंती जी करेक्ट है, जो हम लोग जो है मर्द लोग, काफी लोग जो चिल्ला के उसको बरस पड़ते हैं एक दूसरे पे, लेकिन औरतों का एक्सप्रेशन होता है रोने का, और मेल रोते हैं तो उसको एक समझा जाता है कि उनका वीकनेस है, शोइंग वीकनेस। वो गलत है, एक परसेप्शन है। आई थिंक ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम इट हैज टू चेंज, इट इज चेंजिंग, बट लेकिन टाइम लगेगा उसमें, लेकिन वी आर इन द राइट डायरेक्शन।
यस, राइटली सेड सर। Right. Taran, any final words from you?
Seema ma'am and all other friends and seniors, I would just like to say कि मेरे हिसाब से मुझे ये लगता है कि हमें अगर हम physically healthy हैं, mentally strong हैं, free from disease, at least a little bit away from the diseases and the stress levels are low. That's my take on independence. And yes, I definitely resonate with Ekta ma'am, Vasanti ma'am and Prakash sir कि
कट गया उनका लाइन सिग्नल इशू
So, shall we get her back? Shall we play the video, Ekta? And then we can go on for the Thanksgiving. Taran, yes, would you like to complete?
Yes, this is what I was trying. As Ekta ma'am, Prakash sir, and Vasanti ma'am has said, when we achieve the freedom of expressing our thoughts and emotions, that's the best freedom we can have. Right? तब हम जी सकते हैं अपनी मर्जी के साथ, घर में, बाहर भी, अपने spouse के साथ और अपने बच्चों के साथ भी. That's it,
Right.
ma'am.
Thank you so much, Taran. Amol? Amol, are you with us? Amol, am I audible to you? I guess,
yeah.
yes. Anji. Yes,
So
Ekta.
we can go ahead with the video and
Yes.
towards completing our session.
Right. Yes, Prakashji,
Okay.
I can't stop with G.
Can you hear the audio?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Happy Independence Day to all of you.
Happy Independence Day to all.
Happy Independence to you all.
Oh, Prakashji, if you could play it again, because this was shared by one of our fellow soldiers.
Sure.
And he would
Yes.
like to be with us for this. Yes, welcome, Tiger.
I'll share-
thank you
Let's
so much,
do
ma'am.
the
Thank you so much.
honors. Let's do the honors.
Yes,
We're going
yes,
to play it
please.
again for you. Prakash, please.
I'll do that. I'll do that. there.
Thank you so much, Prakash, for sharing that. Colonel Pawar, we all out here are very proud of you and your, your brethren and your comrades for actually protecting us. I don't know, after seeing that video, I'm so full of all that patriotism, that I am finding it difficult to find words to address that. Happy Independence Day to you as well in advance. Colonel Pawar,
thank you
are
so
you
much,
with us?
Seema. And I take this opportunity to invite all of you to come over to Machal, come over to Valley, and let me be a good host for you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Happy Independence Day to you, all of you in advance.
Thank you so much, Colonel. Thank you so much. And we'd love to be a part of the community work that you're doing out at the Machal Valley as well. And that was awesome. Thank you for sharing that video with us and all the work that you're doing out there. Thanks for being a part of our show.
Thank you.
And all the best.
Yeah, thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Hind. Thank you.
Jai
Jai
Hind.
Hind.
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Seema, I would like to say a few words to Colonel Pawar.
Yes.
Colonel Pawar, thank you so much. We were missing something and you completed that miss.
Oh, that's very gracious of you, ma'am.
Me and Seema were discussing that. हाँ, जब
तिरंगा
आप
नहीं है.
आए and आपके तिरंगा नहीं है. So this was the thing we were missing. So when you entered and आपकी जो background थी वहाँ पर तिरंगा था and thank you so much. वो तिरंगा हमारे शो के अंदर वो हमारे दिल में है लेकिन यहाँ पर कहीं पर मिसिंग था तो आपकी बैकग्राउंड ने एंड नाउ दिस वीडियो
मेरे तो रोंगटे खड़े हो गए यार
जो हमारी मिस हुई थी you completed it.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and you are being very generous. Jai Hind, happy Independence Day to you, ma'am, and please do visit us यहाँ पे. It's a really beautiful place.
Yes, definitely. Very soon we will be visiting. And we are happy to connect with you and work at Machal Valley. So it will be a pleasure
so much,
and it will be really, we will be blessed. We feel that we are blessed that if we can do anything for the Machal Valley.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much.
Jai Hind.
Yeah. Jai Hind. Happy Independence to all our Indians. So first of all to our soldiers, जिनकी वजह से हम चैन से सो सकते हैं, चैन से सांस ले सकते हैं और आज इस तरह से बैठकर डिस्कशन भी कर सकते हैं. Thanks to all our soldiers. Thanks to Colonel Pawar for joining our session and spending time with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I think Seema, कुछ कमी नहीं रही इस बार. एक जो मिसिंग था ना वो इस वीडियो से कंप्लीट हो गया.
Bilkul. We are live and we'd like to give our Thanksgiving. I think before you go in with your vote of thanks, I want to thank each and every one of you, Vasanti, Prakash, Nikita, Polumi, Taran, Amol, if Amol is still here and you're able to hear me. And Archana, you're not here, I know, but I think each and every one of you, thank you so much for bringing, so much of life into this session and taking so much of time from your busy schedule. Probably it was a Saturday evening you would like to spend with your family and still you are out here with us. Always lending your support. Prakash, sharing it twice. I managed without the G. So... Finally, thank you all. Thank you so much. And thank you, Ekta, for bringing this platform to all of us, where we can share our views. Of course, Archana had to leave due to a small problem at home with her mom's health. So it's a heartfelt thank you to all of you.
आपका जी जो छूट गया वो तरन ने ऐड कर दिया था.
Taran, right. And Taran, you are doing an awesome job. Please carry on with your positivity and your comeback and your retake on life. Superb.
Thank you
Amol
so
also
much.
Amol also gave a wonderful insight where about the technology, the freedom in technology. Yes, right. So over to you, Ekta. You can carry forward.
Thank you so much. First of all, thanks to all our back team. So Neelam, Arshdeep, Rajashekharan, and if I miss the name, Seema, please
Nikita.
keep adding.
Nikita, Polumi.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, this is, our back technical team is Neelam, Nikita, Arshdeep, Rajashekharan, who has helped us to organize this event and managing our website. And next to coming to our host, thank you so much, Violet, Seema, Polumi, and then to our speakers from the environment, Mr. Umender Dutt, and Mr. Rohit Mehra and his wife Gitanjali, Seema Kanwarji, who has recited a beautiful poem. Then coming to our next session, Mr.
Basiji.
Pawar, Colonel Pawar, Basiji, who has inaugurated our website. Our army
Right.
defense are the soldiers, Colonel Pawar, Major Sanchay, Squadron Leader, Dr. Umesh Gupta.
Yes.
And now our the concluding session, Mr. Prakash, Mrs. Vasanti, Ms. Taran, Monica, Mr. Amol Sood, Ms. Archana Shaktawat, and thank you all of you. Thank you to all our audience who are watching us live as well as who has joined our session on Zoom. Thank you to all of you. And I hope that we all will come together and work together for a greener, happier tomorrow towards happiness. Happiness is with nature, connecting to the nature. And it's not only that our surroundings, that we will, from now onwards, we will not talk about only our own freedom. Whenever we'll talk about freedom, we will talk about the freedom of our animals, our birds, our ecosystem. Every organism, every living thing has the right to live on this planet. We are not alone on this planet. So this is my take, that let's talk about the freedom of a plant also. As Monica has shown in her poem, she is beautifully, and Seema ji, Umender ji, उन्होंने कितनी अच्छे से ये डिस्क्राइब किया कि हम अपनी वैल्यू से दूर जा रहे हैं. It is basically culture crisis.
Yes.
So come back to our culture, come back to the nature, live a healthy life, come back to the greener, happier tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Thank you
so
Ekta.
much, Ekta ma'am. Thank you, Seema ji, Prakash sir, Vasanti
Thank
ma'am.
you, Taran.
Thank you. All the very best, and it was.
Thank you, Nikita.
Thank you. We all will connect soon for the more interesting sessions.
Right.